This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review with your NHL play of the day for Wednesday, March 29th. Let's get to it. We've got the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. NBC Sports Network national television game taking place tonight with the Pittsburgh Penguins, a minus 115 home favorite in this game. Minus 135, I should say, home favorite in this game. Total at 6 across the board. And really, this game, you've got some question marks on both sides right now. You've got two teams that aren't exactly playing great at the moment. Pittsburgh's lost 3 straight games. They haven't done that very often this year, but they've lost 3 straight games to Ottawa, the New York Islanders, and the Philadelphia Flyers. Chicago's off back-to-back losses against Florida and Tampa Bay. Again, they got absolutely steamrolled on the weekend by Florida, 7-0. And then they lost 5-4 in overtime to Tampa Bay in a game that they led by a score of 4-1 and could not hold on to the lead. Tampa Bay fighting for their playoff lives, storms back, no pun intended, and wins that game 5-4 in overtime. So you got Chicago on a 2-game losing streak, Pittsburgh on a 3-game losing streak. Right now, Chicago, well ahead of Minnesota for first in the Central Division. Really, they're going to cruise toward winning the number 1 seed in the Western Conference for the upcoming Stanley Cup playoffs. So there is a question mark of motivation, focus, intensity for Chicago on a nightly basis, and even their players are talking about it. So there's no doubt that's a concern if you're going to back the Blackhawks, including in this game tonight. That being said, Pittsburgh doesn't seem all that motivated right now anyway, or they seem to be going through the motions a little bit. Pittsburgh, is supposed to be in a battle for first place in the Metropolitan Division. They're 5 points behind Washington for that first place spot, 2 points behind Columbus, who sit in second in the Metro Division. But I just don't see a sense of urgency from Pittsburgh to win the division. And I think the main reason they're not exactly, going gung-ho to win this division is because they're thinking of the long-term ramifications. They're thinking about the playoffs. And the key for them right now, I think more than anything, including winning the division, is just staying healthy, just, getting the season over with, playing out this regular season and getting into the playoffs without losing any more bodies. Because the Pittsburgh injury situation, it's a disaster. I mean, they have lost so many key players. Evgeny Malkin's been out for several games now. Connor Sheary may or may not play tonight. Matt Cullen now is questionable due to an illness. Jake Gensel, who's been an impressive call-up, playing on that top line with Sidney Crosby since he's been called up. He's out indefinitely with a concussion. Ron Hainsey's out on the blue line. Carl Hagelin's been out for a while. Oli Mata on the blue line is injured. Chris Letang on the blue line is injured. Trevor Daley on the blue line is injured. It is an infirmary of injuries right now for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they played very well for a long period of time in spite of those injuries, but they're starting to catch up to this team. There's no doubt about it. They've lost 3 in a row. The injuries are really starting to chip away at this team's ability to perform at a high level on the ice. And then you look at a game tonight against Chicago, and they're going with Marc-Andre Fleury in net, their backup goalie, instead of Matt Murray. It pretty much tells you that Pittsburgh is just thinking, let's get these games over with. Let's stay healthy. Let's get into the playoffs without losing any more players to injury. I don't know if winning the division is first and foremost on their mind. And I think in most seasons, obviously, you want to win the division. But I think because of so many injuries right now with this team, that their just main focus right now is let's just get these games over with and avoid any more injuries. I do think Chicago will bring a concerted effort tonight. We did talk about effort being a question mark with them. We know because, again, they're pretty much going to cruise into the number 1 overall seed in the Western Conference. But, they played Florida, a team that was fighting for slim playoff hopes, and when they lost that game. Tampa Bay is fighting like crazy to get into the playoffs, so that's a desperate team that they lost to. I don't know if there's going to be that same desperation tonight on the Pittsburgh side. I think it's a good spot and a very good price. I mean, you can get plus 115 right here with Chicago to bounce back. They're going to be back with Corey Crawford in net. He did not start against Tampa Bay. They gave Scott Darling the start in net that night. I think you're going to see a rested Crawford. He was playing very well before that last game. I think he bounces back. And I think Chicago's live tonight at an underdog price against a banged-up Pittsburgh team that's lost 3 in a row. And I think their main focus right now, it's not so much winning that Metro Division, which I don't think that they'd be able to do anyway at this point. They're 5 points behind Washington, who are just surging right now, and only 6 games to play. I think their focus is let's just get these games the hell over with and let's try to stay healthy. I think Chicago at an underdog price has a good chance to come out on top with the victory. Let's make it official. Play of the day in the NHL, Wednesday, March 29. Let's take Chicago, plus 115, rotation number 1. The Blackhawks at an underdog price, plus 115 to take down the Pittsburgh Penguins. That is your NHL play of the day for Wednesday, March 29th. All right, that'll wrap it up. I'm Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review. Until next time, enjoy the games and good luck.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing. Now not to mention a visit to our industry leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.